Shalom, 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 my brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Welcome to another end of the week Sabbath class. I'm your brother Ananias.
Brother Abaya.
We are A.O.I, the Awakening of Israel, and it's an honor and privilege as always to come before you to give you another edifying lesson with hopes and regards of uplifting you and giving you more knowledge of the spirit that you had yesterday, But nonetheless, before we get started, we want to give our honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being his son, who the world calls Christ in the Paleo-Hebrew. And through his strength, sacrifice, and example, we are all able to be here today to be uplifted and edified in the spirit. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. And we want to give all praise and honor, glory to the Most High through his son for the abundance of all things. Once again, happy Sabbath to you all. We appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, share the content, because that's very important for our brothers and sisters. In these last days, we got to get the knowledge that's needed in order to restore our nation. And that's our job, to awaken our brothers and sisters and bring them back to this truth and give them the knowledge that they need to be able to endure this walk. And nonetheless, tonight's lesson is going to be taught by the mighty brother Abaya. So I'm going to pass the reins to my brother. It's on you, King.
Shalom to all the children of Israel out there. Shalom to all the brothers and sisters who are striving to be obedient to the Most High. Y'all are greatly loved and appreciated by all of the brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel.
That's right.
We need y'all to stand firm and continue to push forward with this understanding and learning all you can. Thank y'all for what y'all do. So today, or this evening rather, we're going to go into something that y'all might find sort of enjoyable. You should find all of the teachings that we bring forth to wake our people up. You should find that enjoyable, whether it be hard to deal with or not. You should be thankful for everything that you learn, if it's tough or if it's more easily dealt with, regardless. However it comes, be thankful for it. What we're going to go into today is the wickedness of our people, how evil and wicked we are. Why are we so evil and wicked? Well, one of the reasons why we're so evil and wicked is because we was always taught evilness and wickedness throughout our entire existence on this here evil planet, or on this evil world that we live in. The planet itself, the world itself, isn't evil, but it was given into the hand of the wicked, and they making it evil with all the things that they do and teach and all the stuff that they control and charge of, and they making it evil with what they teaching our people and what they exposing our people to. So we got to come out here to kind of like undo that and counterbalance and throw off what they've been doing and bring what we're supposed to be doing to the forefront. Until then, until you learn to do these things and keep these commandments, you just evil, and you're more so evil than what they are. So now, what we're going into here is the stuff that we have been taught from childhood up. Sad time for real in the land of deception. Sad times for real is what our people experience, what we are experiencing in the land of deception. It kind of goes against fun and games. The other nations, they had a fun and games, and their fun and games equals our sad times for real. So that's what this is all about. The fun and games that the other nations, what they go into, what they indulge in, is at our expense. All right. Their happily ever after is based on us remaining in sin. Their happily ever after is based on us being oppressed and destroyed. That's what their happily ever after is dependent upon. All right, it's contingent upon that. So we're going to go into the happily ever after stuff, goes into these sleepy time stories like the brother just showed you in that thumbnail. Sleepy time stories. And as you all know, that we are here to awaken our people out of that sleep, because that sleepy time story, those are fairy tales, as they put it, that land of make-believe, those movies and cartoons, those things are based and rooted in pure evilness. And if you've been learning these stories, which I know you have, if you're over a certain age, you've learned plenty of these stories, you learn how to be evil from your evil, wicked oppressor. Sleepy time stories. One of the sleepy time stories are they so-called fairy tales is that we've heard so much about would be Jack and the Beanstalk. We heard of Jack and the Beanstalk. We heard of Beauty and the Beast, Snow White, and all this kind of stuff. You know, Three Little Pigs and Little Red Riding. We heard about all these stories. And what we have now is the definition of fairy tale. These are so-called fairy tales. These are the things. Let me say it like this right here. Our people are so evil and wicked and disgusting because we do not keep none of the Most High's commandments. We are so degraded and defiled because we have been learning everything from our oppressors. We so far gone because we have been learning these so-called fairy tales and things like this all our life. It takes time to get as wicked as we are. You're not going to just be born and just turn out as wicked as we have turned out. No, it takes time to build a person or to build a whole nation of people into the evil wickedness that we have have been experiencing thus far. It takes time to get built into this or to get to devolve into this right here that come from being surrounded by our enemies and learning their ways. And fairy tale, let me see to get the definition of a fairy tale here. Fairy tale. Let's see.
I'll read it for you.
Okay.
Fairy tale, a children's story about magical or imaginary beings and lands. Something resembling a fairy tale in being magical, idealized, or extremely happy. And third, a fabricated story.
What's called? Say that again, bro.
A fabricated story.
Okay.
Especially one intended to deceive.
To deceive. A fairy tale is a fabricated story. That's the reason why you're so evil. That's the reason why you're so wicked. That's the reason why you like to lie so much, create stories. The reason why you like to fabricate scenarios and say somebody done something that they didn't do, because you have been brought up, raised around people telling fabricated stories to children. Mm-hmm. To children. You have been lying to your children. You have been lied to as a child about everything. And it takes time to become a wicked, evil person that you have became, that you are. It takes time. It takes a lot of work and effort to turn the children of Israel into some, basically some monsters that you read about in these books. Mm. It takes time to turn a person into a foul, disgusting creature. Okay, it takes time for a person's mind to go down into the depths of a cave and to be wallowed down in the filth of this evil, wicked world. It takes time for that to happen and for you to feel comfortable in that. You were made into that, and one of the ways you was made into that was with a sleepy time story. A sleepy time story is something that'll put you to sleep. A sleepy time story. Something to make you feel like you ain't doing nothing wrong for feeling like this. That's how the heroes in these sleepy time stories, that's how they felt. This is things they did. They make movies about them. There's a movie studio out there that take a lot of these so-called sleepy time fairy tale stories and make movies is a movie studio out there that make movies about the Cinderella. Okay, is a Snow White. Is a movie studio that may make cartoons, but they bring these here stories into the present time. They keep putting them in front of you. They even cast some of our people in the damn movie. Let me look on this screen right here and see if I can see. I see some children of Israel on there in these Sleepy Time stories. They got a sister right there. There's a sister right there, the best looking one. You know which one it is. They casting her in prominent positions in these Sleepy Time stories. They got an org. That's what that Shrek. That's an org. They put these things out there in the limelight. They put them out there in the enchanted land. They put these things out here so you feel like you're in a magical time and a magical place and all that old kind of stuff. We ain't supposed to be getting down with no type of magic. We ain't supposed to be getting down with no type of sorcery. What kind of magic we supposed to be getting involved with? Absolutely none. But they put these things in these Sleepy Time stories. They give you a magical fairy godmother and a magical prince or a magical frog or something. I don't know what it is. They give y'all kind of this magic stuff. And the Most High say that we ain't supposed to be getting down with no type of enchantings. We ain't supposed to be getting down with no type of wizardry or any of that kind of stuff. To where we feel like we got to be a part of any of this kind of wickedness. That's the reason why you are somebody who the Most High hates now. A fabricated story, especially one intended to deceive. You know how wicked you have to be in order to want to tell lies to children? You know how wicked you gotta be to want to show things to children that had them believe in lies like Christmas. You know how wicked you gotta be to make your children want to believe lies like the Easter Bunny. See, a lot of these stuff come from these Sleepy Time stories that you love so well because you're so evil and wicked and satanic. But let me read you. We're gonna have a good time with this one right here. We're gonna take y'all down a memory lane. Yeah, that's where we going. But instead of we going down memory lane, bringing you a Sleepy Time story that you can think back on with fond memories, we're gonna go into a Sleepy Time story and bring it and explain it how it should have been explained when you was a child. You're gonna bring the horror out so that you can understand your wickedness. You're gonna bring the horror of the whole thing to the forefront. So we're gonna start with the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. That's the first one in this particular book, by the way. And I bought this book right here to read to my children. I didn't even have children at the time. I said, I know it won't be long. I'm gonna have children. I'm gonna read these little stories to them. And the Most High said, no, you're not. You're not gonna read nothing like this right here. You're not gonna be participating in nothing to deceive my children. They the Most High's children. I'm their daddy, but they are actually his children. He said, you're not gonna do it. And he made it to where that I forgot all about this kind of stuff. I wasn't going to read this to my children, but I really, the way it all worked out is I bought this book just to bring it out to you and show you the wickedness and the evilness of it all. That's the reason I bought this book. Now, I didn't know that. So we're going to take a look at Jack and the Beanstalk, okay? Jack and the Beanstalk. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to kind of go through it and get to the good points. All right. There was once a poor widow, and she had an only son called Jack. He was so lazy, he never did any work.
He was what?
He was so lazy.
Wow.
Lazy that he never did any work. And this person right here is going to be the hero of the story.
Wow.
Now you're gonna start understanding why y'all feel like it's okay to be lazy, and you still feel like you're supposed to be the hero of your life, or the hero of the community, or the hero of your family, and you lazy as hell. See, this is probably why you feel like that, because you was exposed to these sleepy time stories to put you to sleep as a child. These sleepy time stories to put your brain to sleep. Now we're going to tell you these stories how they should have been told. He was so lazy, which is a sin itself.
Right.
This is a sin all on its own. Being lazy. He was so lazy, and he shouldn't have been the hero of the story. He should have been the damn villain. But we're going to bring this thing out to you. This Jack and the Beanstalk. He was so lazy, he never did any work. And as time went by, they became poorer and poorer. That's what happens when you don't want to do nothing. You want to sit on your behind all the time. You're only going to get poorer. The scripture said stuff, it brings poverty, a penny, what the word, brother? Penury. That's scriptural. Not want to get up and put forth no type of effort, not want to apply yourself to nothing, will only bring poverty. But it's not talked about like this in the sleepy time story, because it's supposed to put you to sleep. See, it ain't talked about that in a bad way, and it's a sleepy time story, because this is of your enemy. This is of the oppressor. See, they value this type of behavior, and then they want to embed that same behavior in you, and they want to embed it in your children's mind, just like they embedded it in your mind when you was a child. And you latched on to it because you were sick anyway. And you still sick to this very day. Going on here. He was so lazy, he never did any work. And as time went by, they became poorer and poorer. One fine summer day, Jack's mother decided to send him to the market to sell their cow. All right.
Let me get that scripture for you.
What's up, brother?
Proverbs 14:23. It reads, "In all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury."
Tendeth only to penury. That's probably where they get that word penny from. Penny, a penny. You ain't even got a penny. Because you're lazy. Because you learn from your oppressors, Esau. You learn from your enemies. Instead of learning the scriptures of the Most High on how to live and how to be obedient and live a good life, you learn these stories instead. This is what y'all learned. Y'all didn't learn to be obedient to the Most High. Y'all didn't learn to keep the commandments of the Most High. Y'all didn't learn that we the children of Israel. Y'all didn't learn none of that stuff. What you learned was Jack and the Beanstalk. You learned that this jive time sucker is the hero. You learn to be just like your oppressor. You learn to be just like your slave oppressor.
That's right. Let me read one. The book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 23. In all labor, there is profit. So in any work that we do as a people, whether it be good or evil, there is profit in it. But the talk of the lip tendeth only to penury. So if we just talking about it, it's going to lead to poverty, as we just seen on the screen. Let me put that back up there for you. Come on. Penury, extreme poverty, destitution. You see that? Bankruptcy, beggary, hardship, neediness. If we just talking about something, hey, that's what it's going to lead to. Just like in the world where they say you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if we just talking about it, hey, that's all it's gonna lead to. Poverty. The Lord say put action to it. Well, it's back on you, King.
Yes, sir. The talk of the lips bring forth penury. See, y'all is extra super industrial strength evil.
Damn.
Our brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel. Y'all are disgusting. Y'all are evil and wicked to the extreme, to the max. And the Most High about to do something about y'all. The Most High finna do something about y'all. If you don't want to repent, the Most High he gonna do something about y'all real soon. You better hurry up and wake up and repent. Keep these commandments. Get out of the sleepy time stories and get into waking out of your sleep, because the Most High said it's high time to awake out of sleep. It is high time for our people to awake out of sleep. Get rid of your sleepy time stories and come back to the scriptures of the Most High. Get out of putting people like this right here as the hero, this Jack as the hero, and come back to learning about your forefathers of the nation of Israel, who fought for their people, who fought for our people being free from our wicked oppression, from our wicked oppressors, to fought for our people to go back to our own land and worship the Most High in our land. Those are the people that should be put up on high as our forefathers. These are the prophets that we're supposed to be learning about, not some damn wicked oppressor and they demonic, evil, wicked stories. Right. We learn all about that, but don't learn nothing about our forefathers. We learn all about their lies and their fairy tales. We learn about their tales to deceive children. We learn about the things that they put out there meant to deceive. Mm. Moving on with the story. You got some, brother?
I'm sorry, Nicky. I had one precept. Bring out one
yes,
dealing with Jack and his actions, and like you said, a lot of Israel, a lot of our people out there, we've been picking up Esau's his ways, his behavior, and especially when it comes down to that story time, him using his fairy tale lies to deceive the minds of the people. Saying it's been working on Jake, because a lot of Jake, even in our community, they go through a little depression here and there, whatever. But at the same time, you got to put your hands up. You got to put your hands to work. You can't be slothful. This is the book of Proverbs 19 and 15. It says, slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep. So like he was going into, hey, we've been in sleep. Slothfulness causes you be in a deep sleep. You be in a state of depression. You don't know how to get up out of that thing, man. And that comes from Esau's fairy tale lies,
Right.
And it says, an idle soul shall suffer hunger. So if you're not putting your hands to work, hey, you're gonna be hungry, man. So you got to put your hands to the pile, to the pile. Excuse me. Said you got to learn how to work, man. You got to learn how to get it.
Right.
So that's what this society, want to put on Jake's head. They used to work you for free, Jake. And you not get paid nothing. Now you got the opportunity to do it. But yeah, these sleepy time stores, brother, you're right. They have done a job, a terrific job in putting Jake to sleep. I would say horrific job in putting our people to sleep and keeping us asleep as a people, man.
As a people. So we have been guilty. It's a damn shame when you really think about it, man, that our people listen to these damn stories all our lives, grew up into adulthood. Our parents before us probably listened to it, grew up into their adulthood and raised us, and ain't nobody woke up yet. Ain't nobody seen this stuff yet. I was driving down the street one day, and I was driving by the college. And I was thinking about how people used to always say, I was the first person in my family ever been to college. I was the first person who gives a damn. Who gives a damn? Be the first somebody in your family to keep the commandments of the Most High.
Bring it out.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't know, but it kind of looks like, as far as the people I know, I'm the first person in my family to keep the commandments of the Most High.
That's right.
I'm the first person in my family to keep the commandments of the Most High. And I didn't do it listening to your sleepy time stories. I did listening to the Most High talk to me, tell me to wake up, boy, and be a man. I got something to say that I have accomplished. The first person out of all the people I ever met in my family to keep the commandments of the Most High. Yes, sir, brother. Did you say something, brother? Yes, sir. Okay. Moving on with this story here. So, Jack sold Jack sold a cow for a horse. All right. So he met a shyster on the side of the road and sold him some beans. Well, at least the man appeared to be a shyster. The man was telling him the truth, I believe. Sold him some kind of strange beans. He probably put some kind of spell on him. Who knows? All right. So Jack took the beans that he exchanged the cow for. He took them home to his mama. And she said, he said to her, I sold these beans, and she said, you are stupid. That's what his mama said to him. You are stupid as well as lazy.
Wow.
All right. She said, now that's probably one of the reasons why our people feel like it's all right to be verbally abusive to children. Just think about how many of the sisters you've seen cussing their little baby children out, cussing them out. I'm talking about in front of people loudly. How many people have you seen behave like this? Cussing their children out, calling them names, calling them cuss words. I'm talking about calling them all kind of bad words. Foul language, using foul language with their children. I'm talking about children who barely came out of diapers and cussing them out, saying bad things to them, speaking to them roughly. How many people, how many adults have you seen doing that? You probably seen it every day of your life. You probably had it happen to you, and you probably do it too, because you learn from your oppressors. You learn from these sleepy time stories. You learn from the people that hate you and hate your God. Moving on.
Give me a precept on that.
Yes, sir.
This is the book of James, chapter 3, verse 6. It says, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. All right, skipping down to verse 8, it said, but the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. So this is why we got to be mindful of the things that we say, the things that come out of our mouth, because the tongue is unruly. It can't be tamed. But when it speaks, when it moves, it's full of deadly poison. It can speak life. It can speak death, So we got to be mindful of those things. But as the brother was reading, it said the mother told the boy, what you said?
Okay. The boy said, look, mother, he cried as he ran into the house. I have sold our cow for these amazing beans. You are stupid as well as lazy, she said, as she snatched the beans from his hand and threw them out the window. Then she sent him to bed without any supper. See, here's the thing. As the brother just pointed out, you want to be careful with the words that you speak to your little baby children. You don't want you to say anything to them, talk bad about them. You don't want you to talk bad about their brothers and sisters. You don't want to talk bad about just cuss out their family members in front of them, cuss them out, cuss their brothers and sisters out in front of them, cuss them out themselves. You want you want to be mindful of how you are speaking to these children, because these children are looking to you for leadership and guidance. And one of the ways that you can watch what you say and talk right to your children is if you keep the commandments of the Most High. If you come back to being obedient and keeping God's commandments, then you will speak better to your children. All right, but you want to be a street running hoe, you ain't gonna know how to treat your children. You ain't gonna know how to talk to your children. Come back to being obedient to the commandments of the Most High. Stop looking to your enemies to as an example, looking for guidance on how you're supposed to treat your children from them. And look to your brothers and sisters who are being obedient to the Most High. Look to them to teach you how to act. And you will learn how to speak to your children. You'll talk to your children with more respect and wisdom. You'll give your children some knowledge that they can use instead of you just lashing out and lashing out at your children, being abusive to them in any kind of way you can. Be obedient to the Most High and keep His commandments, and you'll learn to be a better parent. And stop learning from these damn sleepy time stories.
Bring it out.
Then she sent him to bed without any supper. All right, we're gonna stunt his growth. Okay, Jack slept late the next morning, and when he woke up, his room was dark, and when he opened the curtains, he saw a huge lead. Okay, I'm gonna skip over this. I'm gonna skip. Okay. So the beans grew, a mighty beanstalk reached towards the sky, so that the top of it was hidden in the clouds. Without wasting a second, Jack began to climb. All right. He climbed higher and higher through the tree tops, higher than the clouds. He climbed higher than the clouds until he reached the blue sky, and he stepped out onto a long, straight, white road. All right. He stepped out onto a long, straight, white road. All right. To his delight, he came to a castle with a very large woman standing at the door. Now, why would they have this beanstalk going up into the clouds, up into beyond the clouds into the blue sky, and then it comes out into a white road that lead to a castle? Who are they? What are they going into here? What are they trying to tell you? Could they be trying to mock the Most High? Who else lives above? Who else lives above the earth? Who else lives up in the sky in a castle, or up in the sky in the clouds? See, the Most High made the earth for our sake, for us to rule over. And the Most High, He rules up in the heavens. That's what he up there. He up there, and we down here. So they got this man climbing a damn beanstalk up into a white road in the clouds that lead to a castle. We're gonna read on a little bit further here.
Let me get our precept for you right quick.
Yes, sir.
Go to 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2. And it reads, I started 2. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2. Let me put it on the screen for you. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2, and it says, I knew a man in Christ, this is Paul speaking, above 14 years ago, whether in the body I cannot tell, or whether out of the body I cannot tell. God knoweth. Such is one caught up to the third heaven. I knew such a man, whether in the body or out of the body, I cannot tell. God knoweth. How that he was caught up into paradise and heard unspeakable words, which is not lawful for a man to utter. So this is Paul speaking about what? Third heaven, where the Most High dwell. See that? Just like the brother making reference to about Jack and the Beanstalk going up in the clouds to see this castle. This is where the Most High reside. This is what they trying to make reference to. But it's on you, King.
Yes, sir. So they trying to make mockery of the Most High. They trying to make mockery of the Most High. That's what they trying to do. They want to talk about how this boy so damn lazy, he ain't do nothing but sit around all day. And they go have him try to outsmart the Most High. We go read this story here. But see, a lot of our people learn these damn stories. They don't understand what they're going into. It take a wicked ass mind to write these damn stories and tell them to children. Believe that. Understand that. You got to be an evil, wicked ass person to make stories like this to tell to children. All right? Now, so he came to this castle. There was a very large woman standing at the door. He spoke all, he said all politely. See how who speaks all politely and kind, knowing they got some damn all kind of wickedness in their mind. He said politely, would you be so kind as to give me some breakfast? You see how nice he spoke? All kindly. Who speak kindly to your face? Knowing they got war in their heart. Who does that? Who you learning from out there, people?
Your enemy.
Your enemy. That's who you learning from. Yes, sir, brother.
No, you're right, King. We learn a lot from our enemies, man. And that's one of Jake's issues. By listening to his fairy tale vanities, we listen to our enemy. We take in anything he say and everything he say. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it right here. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, for war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So he'll talk sweet words to you. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jack speaking sweet words, man. That's what they do. They known for doing that. But war was in their heart. You know what I'm saying? They was yet trying to get to the Most High. That's all I want to bring out, King.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so he came up there like he invaded the whole land, came out, oh, I'm hungry, I need help. Ooh. Who else did that? Does that sound kind of familiar to what we heard about the damn conquistadors, the folks from the three ships, the Nina, Pina, Santa Maria, and all them old stuff? They came in. I'm so hungry. My mama sent me to bed with no supper. Can y'all please help me? I need some food. And then you start feeding them. They get their strength up and they slaughter your ass. Who else lives like that? Who else does that? And that's then nobody but your damn enemy, your oppressor. Esau, the damn devil. That's who does that. He been teaching you all about him and to be just like him. He been teaching you that from childhood. Come to you all hungry with his pockets pulled out, with his hat in his hand, looking all sad and all this kind of stuff for you to take mercy on him. And the second you turn your back on, the second he start building his muscles up, he gonna use them same muscles to slice your back open. All right? That's what he gonna do. That's what happened to our northern kingdom brothers and sisters. They encountered that same giant time sucker. Came to them, talking about how much help they needed. And they ain't caring nothing about the help they received. They ain't caring nothing about that. They were too busy trying to get them smallpox.
But check out how they changed the narrative, though, in these pictures. Knowing that through history, when they came over to this land, Esau didn't know how to farm, how to live. They didn't even know how to wash their eggs. So, excuse my language. But when you look at the pictures, when you look back in the history book, these are the pictures that they're going to point out as if the people that were in the land already, who had already been here thriving, with savages. Like they had to come across the water to feed them. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do with their words, smooth as butter, and they artwork and they pictures and they history books. They spin the narrative to make it look like they were the ones that were being the good Samaritans.
Yeah, they got them over here feeding them, giving them some damn bread and some chicken wings and stuff. Like they so eager to give them food. Like they got a woman in the background back there waiting for her chance to go there and give them some food. You know what I'm talking about? These folks is just as evil as you can't make this evilness up. It takes them to put this evilness into action, else you never believe anybody could ever be that damn evil until they put it into action.
That's right.
But they've been showing you this all the time. All the damn time. They raise their children up to be evil like this right here. And then you learn the same evil ass story. But they give you the story with a smile on their face. So you don't understand it is real. Oh yeah. Yeah, they deceiving all right. They deceiving you about them. That they really are like this. That's the deception. They really are like this. And they teaching their children to be the same way, and they teaching you to be the same way also, so that your God can hate you, so that the Most High can hate us. And they can continue to rule over us when the Most High hates us. Like I said before, you want to learn the commandments, but you were learning this at the age of 3. You want to learn about our nationality at the age of 4, but you were learning about this crap. You learn all these bad examples right here. All this bad example right here that you were learning. That's why you're so evil and you love it. That's why you're so wicked. And if you don't repent, the Most High he gonna put you in the dirt. If you don't repent, keep the commandment, the Most High gonna kill you. I'm gonna go ahead and say they're gonna kill you. If you don't repent and keep these commandments, you come out in the last days to bring this stuff to you, to point out these all this deception and all these lies that you've been embracing your whole life. Why you think the Most High had me buy this dang on book? So I could bring it out here and read it to you, how it should have been read. That's why.
I had a precept, King.
Yes, sir.
Sorry about that, King. Slocky, brother. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's going back into Esau's lies and his deception. You know what I'm saying? Because like you going into King. You know, everything we learn from him. You know what I'm saying? And he gives these books to mesmerize us, to put us to sleep, to control us. You know what I'm saying? To bring out his narrative and his stupid imagination to put into place in our mind. You know? So the book right here, the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 22, it says, lying, it said, verse 21, start with verse 21. It says, there shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be full with mischief. You know what I'm saying? So the wicked is full of mischief. Mischief is a bunch of lies, bunch of fairy tale, a bunch of evilness, you know, bunch of deceptions. Verse 22, lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but they that deal truly are his delight. So the lying lips is an abomination to the Lord. And our enemies, through his fairy tale stories, through his mythology, it's all been lies, you know? And those lies have crept into the minds of our people, you know? Just the days he been putting these fairy tale books like Jack and the Beanstalk and all the rest of them, man. You know, all speaking lies, all mischief. And it's an abomination. And that's why Esau's so good at writing all these stories, man, because he's good for a good story. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a parable, it's really fables. You know what I'm saying, that Esau do, man. Straight fables. Right. Well, go ahead, King.
As you mentioned the parable, Yahweh Shai, who they called Jesus, he spoke in parables, which were stories, but they were not meant to deceive. They were not meant to be an evil lie to have you go off into some damn wickedness.
Right.
All right. The parable that the Most High spoke in was to reveal to you clearly Oh, that's what it's talking about. I need to be good. I need to be upright. I need to keep the commandments. I need to be holy. I need to be like Yahweh Shai being. I need to be where the Most High intended for us to be. I got to do. I got to raise my children according to the script. See, his parables of Yahweh Shai was not no evil, wicked ass story to have you go off into some damn mischief and evilness. It just show you what the judgment that'll come onto you for being that way. It show you the calamity that you bring on yourself if you don't keep the commandments of the Most High. It show you the destruction of your people if you don't keep the commandments of the Most High. See? So those parables in these damn it goes against everything that how Esau want to tell stories. The way Yahweh Shai told stories was to put you back on the right track, being obedient to the commandments, keeping the commandments, following the commandments. All right, waking you up, not putting you to sleep. The Most High, Yahweh, he didn't send Yahweh Shai to give us no sleepy time stories. Most High sent Yahweh Shai to give us wake up stories, to wake you up. Truthful story. Yes, sir.
And I wanted to bring out one more precept to go with what you're saying. Because like you said, Yahweh Shai, he uses parables to help uplift us and help put us in a state of mind where we can understand the things that's going on, the prophecies that was ahead. So when we read it, it says a parable, a simple story used to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson as told by Yahweh Shai in the Gospels. So that's the point of a parable, saying to teach you about something moral, give you a moral lesson out of it. Like your parents would tell you, how to do something good. Billy May went to the store and bought his mother groceries, and he came back. The neighbor next door gave him $10. You know what I'm saying? He was just showing you what you can do, for morality, give you a lesson on morality. But let's read this right quick, King. This is the book of still in Proverbs, book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 20. It says, deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil. And all Esau fairy tales is nothing but imagination of evil imaginations. It says, but to the counselors of peace is joy. And the parable ain't nothing but a counselor of peace. That's all it is. Somebody telling you, giving you a story that can give you advice on morality. That's a counselor of peace, And so the deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil. And all Esau fairy tale books is basically imagination of straight deception and evilness, man.
Mm-hmm. See, brothers and sisters out there, the nation of Israel, see, y'all really learning from a story. You now y'all learning why y'all so damn evil. Y'all learning about yourself. Y'all learning why y'all so wicked. Y'all learning why y'all so demonic. Y'all learning why y'all love lies. Y'all learning something today. Okay? We gonna take the stuff that your evil, wicked oppressor, we gonna take what he put out there and we gonna turn it around and teach you something. We're gonna use his weapons against him. We're gonna use his weapons to wake you up.
That's right.
These sleepy time stories is his weapons to hurt you and to hurt our people. See? See, they happily ever after is based off of our disobedience and based off of us being in sin.
Damn.
See, they don't get no happily ever after. See, they happily ever after is over with. Because we waking up and come back to being obedient, keeping these commandments, and they evil, wicked, happily ever after is over with. It's time for us to come back and be obedient so that them curses can come off of our people. And where you think it's going to land when it come off of us? It's going to hit them upside their head twice as hard as it ever hit us.
That's right.
Yeah, they happily ever after is contingent upon our disobedience. And we's done being disobedient.
I got another precept too.
Well,
okay.
Let me get Proverbs chapter 29, verse 12 right quick. Let's see if it's on the screen. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 12, just to go with the brother saying, it say, if a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. So who ruling right now? Esau. What the scripture say? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the ruler actually hearkens to lies. Everything that he has built this society on is on lies. You know what I'm saying? You read the scriptures, but the narrative or the movies that he promotes show you contrary to what the Bible speaks of. So the ruler of this world, he hearkens to lies. Therefore, we hearken to the ruler, his servants are wicked. The people that are up under him are wicked. Just like the brother saying, because we follow behind our oppressor, we have become wicked just like him. And in some instances, we have become way more wicked than he had even taught us to be. We have done worse than our father. We have done worse than our oppressor. But it's on you, King.
Yes, sir. You got something you like to bring up, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was going to bring out the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 20. I know we're going to go into most stories, but I just want to bring this one out too. You know what I'm saying? And this right here, because a lot of our people reading Esau's evil, wicked, books, all his imaginary books. And you go to the library, go to that section, they call it fiction, and it's straight, because it's straight lies. It's called fiction. Fiction ain't nothing but a lie, It's lead you down a path of imagination and slothfulness and right to sleep. Put you right to sleep. That's all fiction do. Put you right to sleep in sleeper land, But listen, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Because a lot of our people, and especially our enemy Esau, he'll call his books, he call that imagination of wickedness, he'll call that good. You know what I'm saying? And then when it come down to the truth, come down to the scriptures, come down to the most high word, he'll call that evil. Just like Jake, John and Jake, they'll read the Bible. They'd rather read fairy tale books and comic books and stuff, and they'll call that good. Oh man, it's good. And you know what I'm saying? Batman be Superman. It's good, man. Did you hear about the Flash going back and forth with the other villains? But when you read the Bible, no, man, I don't want to read that. But I don't know. That's white man. I don't know who wrote that. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
That's
what you
they
said?
do.
I don't know who wrote that.
Right. I don't know who wrote that, man. Oh, but Stan Lee wrote them all. You know how Jake be.
Damn.
Jake, he be on that level, man. He'll call that evil, but he'll call, he'll call the what's good is evil, the good book. But when it come down to all these imaginary stories, he'll call that good. You know what I'm saying? So woe to them that do that. You know what I'm saying? And you listen, it said that put darkness for light. And in all your imagination, all your deceitfulness, ain't nothing but darkness, man. You put in darkness for light. You let that be your wisdom, your guidance through life. Living through somebody else's lies. It says, and light for darkness. And you shun the Bible, which is, give guidance, which is light to you. You shun that and you put that as darkness, So yeah, it's, fiction is make believe. It's a lie, That's all it really is. And that's what Esau do. He want to keep you in a state of mind of lies and to keep you to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
That's all I hate.
And then these fiction books, these fiction stories we're going over, these are very famous fiction stories. These fiction stories that we read in here, these fiction stories are very famous. And look, it's trimmed in gold all around the edges of the book, trimmed in gold. Like you're gonna really get in something good right here. You're getting some wicked stuff around here with this stuff. Trimmed in gold. And these are famous fiction stories for children at that.
Mm-hmm.
For children. See, It's a famous lie for children to fall asleep on so they can have a damn nightmare.
Think about that though. This society built on number lie.
Number damn lie.
The kid be like, "Hey, tell me another story so I can go to sleep."
Yeah, you know they're gonna be thinking about that stuff in their sleep, right?
Right,
They
right.
gonna just go to sleep. They're gonna be thinking about
That's
that in
true.
their sleep. The reason why they wake up, that reason they do all that evil, wicked stuff, man. When they
Right,
wake up and
right.
they go to school and then they come back crazy because they be around other folks who do the same thing, reinforcing their wickedness.
God.
Leave your home, be like, "Bye, Dad. See you when I come home. I'm going to school." You be like, "Bye, son. I see you when you get home, son. Bye, bye." And then they come back and they come back a different kind of person than they was when they left. Because they was around folks who, if they didn't get the sleepy time story, they went around somebody who did. They went around somebody who got the sleepy time story and went to sleep on the sleepy time story and woke up. And they were thinking about it all through the night. And they woke up the next day and they was a different kind of person when they woke up than what they was when they went to sleep. And your child went to school with that person and they took out some of that evil sleepy time stuff on them in that classroom. Lying and stealing and being violent and all kind of wicked imaginations and witchcraft and shit. Excuse my language. But your children had to go around these people. If your children didn't get the sleepy time story, they hanging out with folks who did. The reason why the people they hang out with is witches and liars and cheats and thieves. See, then your child got to go around these people and deal with them. They may be ill prepared to deal with them because you ain't never taught them nothing. You ain't keeping the commandments of the Most High. So you sending your child out there naive and gullible as hell. So your child go out there and be immersed in all this here wickedness, and then come home to you and try to be disrespectful and wreck the house. And you don't know what happened to your child. It wasn't like that when they went to school that morning.
Right. Let's show them what they're supposed to be reading to the kids at night. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 1. Now, these are the commandments. Let me see if it's on the screen. All right. These are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgment in which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that you might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it. Jump down to verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down. Them bedtime stories right there. When they laying down.
Yeah, there you go right there, brother. The brother pointing out to you right there in your face. Right in your face. He pointed out to you right there. And when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. See, they're going to rise up with that same story that you lied them down with.
That's right.
They're going to be thinking about that while they lying down. When they sleep, in they dream, they can still hear your voice talking to them about these damn lies you told them about.
Right.
But you give them the truth and they meditate on that and they sleep. They're going to wake up with a better frame of mind. They're going to wake up, they ain't going to wake up insane. They're going to wake up crazy. You're making them crazier and crazier as the years go on.
Right.
You doing this to our people because you don't want to wake up yourself, because you was exposed to this stuff as a child yourself. Now you don't want to let it go. Now you don't want to turn it loose. You don't want to so-called rob your children of their damn childhood. You a damn lie. Give them proper childhood. Give them a childhood of righteousness.
That's right.
Instead of a childhood of wickedness. You ain't doing it but creating damn witches and somebody who will work to be a thorn in the side of their own people. Creating somebody who will have curses all over them, who will love the curses, who will love who will love afflicting their own people, who will view their oppressor as the damn hero. That's all you're doing. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I got a precept. If that's you gonna bring out another, you got something you want to bring out?
No, sir, bro.
I was gonna bring this out right quick. So like you, the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, my son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. So like the Lord saying, you know, hey, Israel, don't forget my law, keep my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. So when you meditating anything you reading, read the law and keep in your mind. It says, for length of days and long life and peace shall add, shall they add to thee. So when you keep the laws in your heart, in your mind, you add life to you. You lengthen your days. Because listening to fairy tales, listening to lies, that's shorting your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll start doing mischief and evil, and you'll go off the path that the Lord wants you to be on. Verse 3, let not mercy and truth forsake thee. This is what it said. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. So don't let mercy and truth forsake you. Don't let the deception that Esau gave to you, don't let that deceive you, man. You know? So don't, if you obey these most high, if you obey the commandments and obey this word, you know what I'm saying, mercy and truth won't forsake you. And that's what it is. A lot of times we get caught up in this world, we get caught up in this way of life, you know what I'm saying, and the imaginations of our enemies, you know what I'm saying, mercy and truth forsake us. You know, it says, bind them about thy neck, write them upon the table of thy heart. So shall thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. You know, so when you keep the commandments, you keep these words of the Lord, you know what I'm saying, you'll find favor with God and man. You know what I'm saying? So the more and more we, you know what I'm saying, step out of the realm of the Lord and go into some mischief and to sleepy stuff, sleepy time stories, as the brother bringing out in these fairy tale fictional stories, we miss out on the blessing the Lord got for us, man. You know, we put more understanding on that than we do on the Lord. But that's why it says, verse 4, so shall thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. You know what I'm saying? So the more we keep the Lord's commandments, we're going to find good favor with God and man. You know what I'm saying? Read this, read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Read your history. Read what your forefathers wrote. Read the truth. Let that humble your spirit. Let that give you true understanding. That's all I want, King.
Yes, sir. And there's another thing too. I remember too. We used to do it all the time. We used to watch. You look at like public television and stuff, public TV and stuff, and they had different TV shows on and stuff, whether it be Electric Company or Sesame Street, mainly Sesame Street. They had these things called Muppets. Now they did the Muppets was like they used to reenact a lot of these sleepy time stories with them Muppets from Sesame Street. You know, they had a lot of them. Now a lot of them little Muppets were like sometimes they would have like a quick little short, where they would have a quick little reenactment of some of these stories with them damn Muppets. Now the Muppets that was a funny sounding word, a Muppet. Now a Muppet, I think that goes supposed to be a monster puppet. A monster puppet. I think that's what a Muppet is. You ever notice they call shit Muppets? Well, that's what this shit was supposed to be. Monsters. And they use them damn monsters to reenact some of these sleepy time stories. Like a quick little short, right fast. In between, the different lessons they was going into, they would throw a little monster scene in their little puppet monster scene, reenacting some of these damn stories with damn monster puppets. We ain't supposed to be damn exposing ourselves and our children to no damn stuff like this. It's already bad enough. But then they use monsters, on children. Monsters, always a monster. This and that. Every time you turn around, it's another monster teaching you that. It's another monster, another monster, another monster, another monster. And then that child, he don't know why he's so demonic. He don't know why he cut up and carry on the way he do. He just don't know. He don't know why. Because he ain't getting no truth of the scriptures. He ain't getting no truth of who he is. He ain't getting no truth of who his people is. He ain't getting no truth of his forefathers. He ain't getting no truth of the the prophets in the script. He get nothing about nothing except the lies of our oppressors. They so-called holidays, they damn 4th of July and Thanksgiving, Christmas, which ain't never, a lot of them goes off into other demons. And then in the rest of the damn time, you're getting monsters and comic book characters all the time. With nothing, I understand a lot of that stuff could be, it could be kind of enjoyable for a child. Like, who wouldn't want to, like, children like to look at action movies and stuff, adventure movies. That's, children like to do that. But you got to give them some understanding. Just can't give them this monster stuff all the time. These evil examples all the time. And no knowledge, no understanding. You can't do them like that and expect them to grow up and to be sane, productive people. You ain't gonna get that out of them. If you just give them lies of your oppressive enemies, monsters, nothing about themselves, nothing uplifting about themselves, nothing, no truth, and expect them to grow up and be all right. No, they're not. They're not gonna be okay. They're gonna be monsters. Same monsters they showed you in them damn TV show for children. They're gonna be a monster.
I appreciate
Going on
you.
back to this damn story here. You got something else, brother?
No, go ahead. You about to bring something up?
It's back to this damn crap right here. Okay. So we left off. Jack was talking very politely and nicely and sweetly and everything to the woman, telling her that he's hungry and he wants something to eat. All right, with a nice sweet voice. Okay. And then he said politely, "Would you be so kind as to give me some breakfast?" She said, "I think you better run away as fast as you can, unless you want to become a breakfast yourself." Now, what kind of crap is this to tell a child? What kind of sleepy time story is you supposed to be telling? Like, why would anybody want to tell this to their child who's about to fall asleep in the bed? You read this to your child, and you telling your child, you better run away before you become breakfast, before somebody eats you. You think this is healthy for your child to put into their mind before they go to sleep? No, it's not. My husband is an org. What the hell is an org? My husband is an org who loves nothing better than fried little boys on toast for his breakfast. What kind of demonic, satanic crap is that? See, but this is the stuff that we tell our people, our little children, before they go to sleep at night. We pull this here book out and say, "Come on here, son, lay down and go to sleep and let me tell you this story." They don't want to hear this crap. Trust me. They would rather you tell them about your life when you was growing up, things you went through, the stuff that you learned. They prefer you if you tell them something of value and of substance. Once you tell them about you so they can learn about you, let them fall asleep on that, and to tell them about somebody gonna eat them and spread them on a piece of toast. Your child don't want to hear this crap. This is crap Esau tells his children. All right, our people don't need to be exposed to this here crap without even learning nothing about anything of the truth. So let's skip on ahead here. All right. The org came into the. Now, what the hell is an org? I looked into that. What is an org? I looked that word up. It almost went into the word orgy. It kind of almost went into that. It was more than one definition of, but one of them was like it went up into the word orgy. Where they get that damn word from? You know what I'm saying? So it goes up into a lot of different crazy things. So he came into the kitchen and he roared at the top of his voice, "Fee, fi, fo, fun. I smell the blood of a Englishman. Okay, now moving on. So he smelled the blood of an Edomite. He smelled the blood of a white man. That's what he's saying. I smell the blood of a white dude. There's some white folks around here. I'm gonna eat them. You know, some white children. Let y'all. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. Let y'all think about that. Okay. He was a huge, ugly monster. He lived up in the clouds now. Up in the clouds, in the heavens up there, down the white road in the giant castle. He's a huge, ugly monster. He ate all this food on his table, and when he went to sleep, he got done eating. And hold on a second. Wait a minute. Before he ate all this food, he said, "Bring me my bags of gold." So his wife brought him this gold, and he was counting all this gold in front of Jack. All right. He counted all the gold coins. And then after he got done counting all them gold coins, I guess he had ate so much that he fell asleep. He said once he fell asleep, he snored so loud to where the people on the earth down below thought it was a thunderstorm. Haven't you ever heard that before? Have you ever heard that if you hear thunder, that's the devil beating his wife?
I heard that before.
Yeah, I heard that before too. If you hear thunder, that's the devil beating his wife. It's telling you right here, he was snoring so loud that people on the earth thought there was thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Again, who they trying to say that was up there in heaven?
Most High.
They're trying to say it's the Most High up there. These folks who wrote this here story, they want you to read this to your story. They hate the Most High. They're calling him a giant, ugly monster. They say he was a giant, huge, giant, ugly monster. That's what they're saying. And you're reading this to your children. Moving on to the next page.
But is that why they changed the narrative, changed everything in the book? You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say he looked one way.
Yeah.
They changed the scripture to say he looked this way.
Yeah.
You know, because he was a big ogre to him.
Yeah, he was a big ogre to them. See, they hate him. They hate the Most High. See,
let me get a scripture on that.
They want you to hate the Most High too.
All right. That can be put on the screen. Let's go to the book of Daniel, chapter 7. I got two of them, actually. Put on the screen. The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25. This is a classic precept. But it says, and he, meaning Esau, shall speak great words against the Most High. Just like you just read in that book, call him a great big ogre. Lived in the sky, in a big castle. All right. He shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints. Who are the saints? We, the nation of Israel, are the saints according to the scriptures. All right. And to think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand into a time, and times and dividing the time. So the saints, we as a nation, will be given into the hands of our enemy, Esau, for dividing the times. But the point I wanted to bring out was that he would speak great words against the Most High. And let me go to verse 9. And it reads, Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. So the Ancient of Days is who you would call, or who is considered to be the Most High, because he's before time, before days. All right. So Daniel is having a vision, a dream. He said, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool, just like his people, just like his son. What type of hair do we have? Pure wool. His throne was like a fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. So we're describing what the Most High looked like and how his kingdom looked like. Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But when reading the story, it said the man that lived in the clouds, the giant that lived in the clouds, in the castle, he's an ogre. That's Esau speaking great words against the Most High, changing his narrative while pushing his agenda in his stories to our people and misleading everybody at the same time. What's on you, King?
Yes, sir. So Jackie up there, he looking at this here giant, count this money, this gold. Then the giant fell asleep because he had overate, and he fell asleep. So he crept out of the oven. All right, and he crept out of the oven. He tiptoed past the ore, and he grabbed a bag of gold. So he up there, he went up to this man's house, ate his food. Well, he didn't. He went up to this man's house. He went in his house begging for help. Once he get there to get help, he ends up stealing. First of all, he a lazy person who don't do nothing, who don't want to do anything for himself on his own. He ain't gonna lift up a finger to help himself on his own, but he would rather steal. He would rather lie. He would rather use sweet words and steal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he wanted to do. So he crept up and grabbed a bag of gold. And this, don't forget now, this is the hero of the story here. He crept up and grabbed a bag of gold. And he ran away from the castle and down the straight white road, The straight white road.
Straight as a gate, ain't it?
Straight.
Straight is the gate.
He ran down it. He grabbed it. He stole out the house. Came in there, finessed the woman of the house. Stole out the house. Ran down the straight white road. All right. And as fast as he could run, and got on the beanstalk and went all the way back down with some gold. Came in the house, and he emptied, showed his mama all this here, the thieving joker. Showed his mama all this here gold. Look what I got. And he dumped it all out. Okay. She was pleased to have her son home again. Now she ain't asked no questions. She ain't asked no questions. What you doing? How you get this gold? Where did this come from? Nothing. Didn't ask no questions. Came to her lazy, good for nothing son, who she herself say was stupid, came home with all this money, gold all over the place. They've been poor all these years. Came in, dumped all this money out, and all she did was just hug her son and just was so happy. Don't that sound kind of familiar? Anybody out there got children who don't do nothing, lazy and stupid, come home and bring money home to their mamas, and everybody don't say nothing about you, just so happy? Does that sound kind of familiar to y'all out there? Some lazy, good for nothing thief who won't do nothing.
Just bring home the money.
Just come home with money and ain't nobody asking no questions. Y'all are all so happy. Sounds just like some people you might know, don't it?
Right on.
They learned this. They probably learned that stuff from stories like this and don't even realize it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, so now they had all the money to buy all they needed. No questions asked. All right. One day, Jack took out the bag and saw that there was not much gold left. There was not much. They just spending recklessly. They just spending. One day he looked in the bag and ain't much gold left. Okay. Not thinking about what they're doing. So he decided to climb the beanstalk again. This is a story for children to learn from. This is designed to teach children how to behave. This is designed to give a child something to think about. So when you're walking around the house with your children, you start seeing stuff missing, your money missing out your purse, your money missing out your wallet. Now you kind of understand what's going on. This is for children to learn. Okay, this is what they learned then. All right, so he decided to climb the beanstalk again. He disguised himself so that the woman would not recognize him. And once again, she let him in and gave him some food. Again, she let him in and gave him some food. Ain't that something? Oh boy. The orc returns to the castle in the evening, and Jack hid in a huge copper pot. Then he called his wife to bring him his golden hen. The golden hen. The wife brought the hen and placed it on the table. Lay, roared the orc, and the hen laid an egg of solid gold. Lay another, and the hen laid an even larger golden egg. When Jack saw the golden eggs, his eyes popped out his head. His eyes popped out his head. He'd already stole all this man, a big chunk of this man gold, and now he back for more. Back in the man house, finessed the man wife. See, finessed his wife, put on a little cheap disguise. Probably, what kind of disguise he put on? She don't sound like she's too doggone intelligent. He put on a little cheap disguise, came up in there, got some food, and all the time he up there eating their food, he in there for one purpose and for one purpose only. Eating their food up, casing the joint, looking for something else to steal.
That's right.
That's the only reason he in there. Again, story for the learning, a class for your. You're supposed to be teaching this to your children. That's what they want. This is what your enemies want. For you to teach this to your children. They're reading, they put it in a package in this nice little book with the shiny pages. So you can take this home and teach this to your children. Never mind teaching them the word of the Most High, these scriptures over here. Teach them this.
Yeah. Going back to what he just brought out, he was reading how Jack came back after he already robbed the man. He already stole a portion of his gold. He went down, he spent it up, and then he coming back. He seen the hen laying golden eggs. So now he casing the joint again. You know what I'm saying? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 9. It says, if grape gatherers come to thee, would they have not left some gleaning grapes? So if grape gatherers come to collect, to harvest the grapes, when they have left some grapes, if thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. They will keep destroying until they have it all. That's what Esau do. Come to, matter of fact, let me go get John 10 and 10 right quick. I bring this out quite a bit. But it's fitting because this is the role that he plays, and this is who he is. And Yahweh spoke of it. He said, the thief cometh, this is John chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. You see that? But I am come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. But he's talking about the thief. He only come for 3 reasons: to steal, kill, and destroy. Jack, he came up there being nosy. Once he seen something, he said, I got to have it. He stole it. He didn't ask for it. He stole it. He went down, he took it, spent it up, got greedy. He said, I'm going to get some more. He came back to steal it again. Now, what do you think he's willing to do to get that? You think he'll kill to get it? Hell yeah. You think he'll destroy to get it? Hell yeah. But his job, that's his MO. It's embedded in his DNA to steal, kill, and destroy. And when you look at what he has done throughout history and what he does continually, you'll see that's all that he does. Steal, kill, and destroy. He go all around the world, raping and robbing and pillaging, stealing, killing, and destroying. That's why every nation hates his guts. You know what I'm saying? Even the Most High hate him. Even though he created him, he still hate him. He despises him. You know? But I just want to bring that out to show you that scriptures talk about the way he act and what's actually written in this story. They tell you the truth without telling you the truth. You know, fairy tale, a story built on deceit. But it's on you, King.
Yes, sir. Thank you for bringing that out. That's exactly what this story is all about. Teaching our children, teaching our people to be evil and wicked. And then after they do stuff they do, they look around with the innocent look.
Mm-hmm.
Look around with the sorrowful eye. And they want somebody to show mercy and take pity on them. That's Esau for you. That's Esau. And our people learn to behave just like the damn oppressor by learning these damn stories and not learning about the Most High. So then Jack up there in the man's house again and ate his food, finessed his wife. Finessed his wife, ate his food, and looking for something else to take. And that's just what he there to do. And that's the brother said, that's how he operates. Now, so soon as the orc fell asleep on the table, and when Jack was sure that no one else was about, he climbed out of the copper pot and grabbed the orc's hen. That's what he did. He grabbed his hen. Then he started to squawk as Jack ran toward the door and the orc woke up. All right. Then, okay, the orc chased Jack, and the orc chased him, and the people on the world below thought it was an earthquake. Okay, he was running so fast with huge strides that the people in the world below thought that they could hear an earthquake. Even though Jack was running faster than he ever ran in his life, or was almost on him. So Jack started running down the beanstalk, and the orc jumped on the beanstalk, was taking his time because he didn't know if the beanstalk was gonna hold him or not. So he was taking his time and gave Jack a chance to get on down even quicker. So when he get down to the bottom, he called out his mama to bring him an axe. She brings him the axe, and he started chopping the beanstalk down with the orc still on the beanstalk. And he started chopping it down, and then the beanstalk fell with a tremendous crash, and the orc lay dead under the leaves. Jack and his mother lived happily ever after. The end. And they had all the money that they could spend.
Wow.
Ain't that something? The end. Happily ever. Nighty night.
What?
Nighty night. Sweet dreams. While you dream about all this murder and theft and lies and deceit. Sweet dream, little baby child. See you in the morning. Try not to have too many nightmares. Yeah. While you read these here, while you meditate on these here lies, you ain't getting no truth of the scripture, but you're getting this.
Wow.
So That's amazing that they had this story out there to teach the children. Where you go? You say, brother?
Come on, man. I had a
You say something?
precept to bring out. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I had a
Okay.
precept to bring out the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 4. Oh, excuse me. 2 Timothy, chapter 4 and verse 4. It says, it says, and they, excuse me, verse 3. I'm going to start with verse 3. For the time will come when they would not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. You know, so when you listen to those stories, those fairy tales, you having itching ears. You want to hear lies, you want to hear deception, you know. And it says, verse 4, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall believe and shall be turned unto fables, you know. So our people, we turn our ear from the truth to hear fables, having itching ears, you know what I'm saying, listening to you know, these lies and these fictional stories to keep us asleep. And that's what Esau did. And that's why today, that same training he did in our youth, because we was having itching ears, like the brother was bringing out earlier. Hey, Dad, can you tell me a story? Can you tell me anything to put me to sleep? You know, any old good lie so I can go to get some sleep. You know, when you're supposed to tell your children the truth, you
Yeah,
know.
that's right.
But hey, the story sounds better because it's fairy tale, it's a bunch of nonsense, but they love it, you know. And it's what it says, a fabricated story, fairy tale, a fabricated story, especially one intended to deceive, you know. And that's all it is. Esau whipped it up in these books, and all, like brother got out, all his white lies, you know. He whipped all his stories up in these books, making you believe it, and it's really indoctrinating you into his indoctrinating you into his world, into his society. You know what I'm saying? That's all these books do, is get your mind all warped in, believing lies and accepting lies. Because when you accept those books, some Jakes still believe in those books today, even though they fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? In the fictional aisle, but they still believe in it. You know,
Right.
and
They
that's
look.
and that's why. Come on, bring it out, King.
I'm just, my bad. I ain't mean to interrupt, but
No,
just
no.
point out, I was trying to say why you were saying that they still believe in them stories because, for example, a lot of sisters, they grow up with the mindset they want to have that Cinderella wedding. They want to have that. They're looking for that Prince Charming. You know what I'm saying? Because they've seen it as a child and it's been embedded in their mind. They grow up looking for that. You know what I'm saying? But that's not reality. Because hell, just when you watch the movie, it was witchcraft involved for her to even turn out to be somebody that he wanted them to be, to even come looking for.
Right.
Hey, and that go with all the wigs, the weed, the island. Hey,
straight sorcery.
Witchcraft
Right on,
at
straight
its finest.
sorcery, bro.
That's to trick the man who was the prince to want to be with.
Ooh, straight up, bro. Straight up. And now, hey, look, now Eve going to the store, buying eyelashes, fake nails, fake hair, makeup, everything, you know what I'm saying, so she can get that Prince Charming. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah. Want that man who don't love her or the Most High. He just wants somebody. He wants some arm candy, and she want a payday.
Damn.
That's what they want. That's what they want from each other. He wants somebody to look good, and she wants somebody that got some money. Somebody who's supposed to have that status, so she can have that same status. And he wants somebody he can parade around as his little trophy. See, that's some type of damn what kind of damn relationship they got, or some kind of contractual thing they got going on. You know, where it's just like this is like a contract, it's like a business arrangement they got going on or something. He provide the financial, and she provide the look of the trophy. She is a trophy. The reason why women feel like they're the prize, because they feel like they're the damn object, like a damn trophy. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they're a damn trophy. They don't feel like they got a damn job to do or work to do or responsibility in this thing. They just feel like they're a damn trophy, like they're a damn prize. You ever heard the thing? They talking about they the prize. Ain't nobody expecting them to do nothing. Ain't nobody expecting them to learn nothing. Ain't nobody holding them to be able to produce the necessary environment or to nurture that environment where that child be obedient to God's commandments. They ain't nobody expecting them out of it. Ain't nobody expecting that out of them. So they feel like they just an object. They just an object. They just a damn prize. They just a trophy.
It's like you, brother. Sorry. It's like, and just like Brother Ananias was saying, when you think of like you bringing out, Eve thinks she's an object. Going back to those fairy tale stories like Cinderella, Snow White, saying, what else? All the other stories, they was possession. It was a prize. Because in Snow White, he had to go, she went to Sleeping Beauty. She went to sleep. He ended up kissing her. She woke back up, and he posted the Prince Charming come and grab her and protect her and bring her in his arms. And Snow White the same way. Cinderella came to save her. The prince came and got her. These are stories that Esau wanted warped into this society, so we can, imagine it and want to be just like it. That's why it says in verse 4, verse 2 Timothy, verse 4, it says, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned into fables. So now, hey, they don't want to be, helpmates to their husbands. They don't want to, and take the authority of their husbands like the Lord told them to. They want to live a lie. I want to have Prince Charming, so I'm his eye candy. I'm his arm bracelet. Everybody look at me as the prize. Believing in those fairy tales, believing in those lies.
In those fables. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth. They don't want no parts of the truth. They don't want to teach no scriptures. They don't want to learn no scriptures. They want to turn their ears away from the truth and be turned unto fables. Fables. That's the reason why you got children, after you get done listening to one of these damn stories, they're scared of the damn dog. You turn the damn lights out there and they're screaming in 15 minutes and shit. Because they seeing them damn monsters and shit, little shadows and shit, looking like their imagination, all that damn demonic stuff you can talk to them, they seeing it in every little shadow in the room. Because you're not teaching them nothing that they're supposed to be hearing. You ain't teaching them nothing good and holy.
That's right.
Teaching them fables. You got to be a real demonic person to want to lie to your children, to want to deceive your children. A fairy tale is meant to deceive. What is a deceiver? That's the devil.
That's right.
You got to be a damn devil to want to damn tell your children this stuff. To where you turn the lights out, they scared. You walk off and leave, they screaming. You damn devil. Stop doing that. Be obedient to the Most High's commandments. Stop terrorizing your children for the Most High to do something about that, because them his children.
I got a precept, King. Shalaki. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 1 and verse 7. 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
Right.
So
if the other nations want to do that stuff to their children, that's their own damn business. All right? That reason you don't need to be around them, marrying up with them, getting hitched up with them, getting tied up with them. Because if they want to do that to their children, that's their own damn business. You got to get around your people who will teach your people, teach you not to do that. But you want to get hooked up with them, now you tied in with somebody who believes in this kind of stuff. We ain't supposed to be learning this. We ain't supposed to be subjecting our children to this kind of demonic stuff, these demonic spirits.
Uh,
Children ain't supposed to be terrorized all through their childhood. And then once they stop being terrorized because they embrace the evil wickedness that you is teaching them.
You know what? That's kind of how our society is today. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing everything for the thrill of it. You know what I'm saying? They want to deal with the dope boy, the thug, because, you know what I'm saying, it's a thrill. I might get shot. He might get locked up. You know, it's the thrill of it. You know,
Right.
robbing and stealing or committing adultery. You know what I'm saying? It's just the thrill of it. You know what I'm saying? That's how they live life. Same thing as we was taught and trained as a child. Those are the things that stick with us and it's promoted to us on a daily basis. And we grow up living that lifestyle and wondering why it's happening everywhere. It ain't something that happened every blue moon, but it's something that's being promoted through the music, through the movies, and you see it going on all the time. Where that's the normal now. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing for a man to cheat on a woman or a wife to step out, you know, vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the norm. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing for a woman to say, hey, I want to be with the dope boy. I want a thug, you know, whatever it may be. But, you know, it's nothing for them to chase after a thrill. Popping pills, trying to catch a thrill. Jumping out of airplanes, trying to catch a thrill. They in cages in the ocean, trying to swim with the sharks, trying to catch a thrill. You know what I'm saying? Foolishness. What's on you, King?
Man, this is one story. This book got 20 stories in it. 20. And that's not even all of them that they do. That ain't even all of them that we probably heard throughout our childhood. Not to mention the rest of our life, the years that we lived. You probably heard all 20 of these stories. Plus the new ones they came up with since then. What we looking like on how long we been?
I had one precept, King. I had one precept. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33. Something we bring that often as well. It says, be not deceived, evil communications corrupt good manners. So, you know, we get a lot of evil communications from those fairy tales, man. You know what I'm saying? And it corrupted our minds that, hey, we go off. You know what I'm saying? We've been listening to those lies and deception throughout the years, you know, all those fables, that it ain't corrupted our spirit. You know, not Jake, you know, now Jake and Eve going the hell off, doing what the hell they want to do. You know, Eve want a thug and you know what I'm saying? And Jake, Eve want a thug and Jake want a bad bitch, you know.
He want a stripper.
He want a stripper, right. He wanted, you know what I'm saying? He want anything got eye candy, man. You know what I'm saying? What they call bad bitch today. So, you know what I'm saying? We've been corrupted with evil communication through these stories, man.
It's sad, man. But the Most High put the Spirit on us to read you these wicked, evil stories in a way that they should have been read to our people. See, our people don't supposed to gain pleasure from these stories. We're supposed to look at these stories and see the wickedness and the evilness in it. So we here to bring you a sleepy. We ain't here to bring you a sleepy time story. We here to bring you a awakening story.
That's right.
See, but it takes brothers who in the Word, who got the Spirit of the Most High on them, to read you this stuff. Read this to our people in a way to make our people see how filthy this stuff is. It takes somebody with the Spirit of the Most High, keeping the Most High's commandments and being obedient to wake our people up so that you can see the filthiness of what you've been feeding to your children and to what you've been fed, the filthiness of what you've been eating. Now you know how defiled you are as the temple of the Most High. You know, now you see you need to clean yourself up if the Most High is going to dwell in you. Because if you don't clean yourself up, You is too filthy for the Most High to dwell in. All right, so all y'all out there who've been loving these wicked, evil ass stories your whole life, ain't never seen that wrong with it. Now you supposed to understand the evilness and the wickedness of these stories. I got another one I like to go into for a little while. We might not be able to finish it all, but I'm gonna show something. So another story right quick. You got something you want to say, bro?
Now to go what you were saying, say now we got to wake out of that thing now, man, from all these lies and fables we've been under so long, and the witchcraft that come along with those fables. The very next verse from 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33, verse 34 says, "Awake to righteousness and sin not." So we got to wake to righteousness. We can't stay asleep in these fables, into this lifestyle and these lies. We got to awake to righteousness, and sin not, because the more you warped into these lies and these fables, you're going to sin. It's going to cause you to go off and not to keep the Lord's commandments, man. That's all I had, Kelvin.
Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir, bro. Hey, bring it out one more time for the people, brother. Hey, go through that one more time. You just do it again, brother. Say it again.
Come on. Verse 34. First Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 34, it says, "Awake to righteousness and sin not." And it said, for some have not the knowledge of God. I speak this to your shame. So the Lord said, "Hey, awake to righteousness and sin not," because that's the thing. We've been under this rulership of Esau, under his lies and imagination. We've been sleep to sin. Sin calls you to go to sleep, and and that's all these fables do. These fables cause you to go to sleep and cause you to go to sinning. So the Lord said, "Awake to righteousness."
Awake. Y'all hear that out there, brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel? Pull that evil, wicked wax out your ears, all that demonic, evil wax of sin and Satanism out the earplugs of Satanism out your ears, you evil, wicked beast, so you can hear and understand what we are bringing to you. Awake out of sleep. Awake out of sleep before the Most High stomp you in the ground. Awake out of sleep. Get up, you disgusting, foul creatures who don't want to be obedient to the Most High. Wake up out of your sleep. Wake up. Y'all are disgusting and demonic, and ain't nobody go put their arm around you and invite you into the kingdom until you wake up and repent from your evil wickedness. You better hurry up and do that. And take it from us, we are out here to tell you the words of the Most High. And it might not sound all good and nice and sweet, just like these stupid sleepy time stories don't sound nice and good and sweet when you hear how it should have been told to the children of Israel. Like I said, them other nations want to teach their children this stuff that's their own damn business. But when this stuff started creeping into us, creeping into our home, infiltrating our families, then now we got a serious problem with this stuff. This stuff is in our family, destroying our household. Now we got a serious problem with this. And we ain't happy about it. And we ain't gonna talk nice about this stuff. And we ain't gonna read it how your enemies read it to you. We gonna read it how the Most High would have read it to you, to where you would be disgusted and fed up before you even finish the story good. You already fed up with this and stuff. That's how it should have been read to all of our people of the nation of Israel. Now I'm not gonna go into the full other little story, but I'm just gonna touch on it just a little bit, and we may come back. I know we're gonna come back to it at another time, but we're gonna touch on this one right fast to give you a sense of where we're gonna be going with the second one. This story right here is called Cinderella. Have y'all ever heard of that, boys and girls? Of course you had, you evil, wicked ass. We know you heard of the story of Cinderella. Okay. Now, y'all check this out. Like I said, we're not going to go into the full story. We're just going to go into a little bit of this, and we'll come back to the rest of it later. Once upon a time, a rich gentleman who was sad after the death of his wife decided to marry again. So his lovely daughter could have a mother to care for her. Oh, that sounds so nice. You know what I'm saying? Who can have a problem with that, right? He wanted his lovely daughter to have a mother. Any loving father would want their lovely daughter to have a mother to care for. What's the harm in that, right? Okay, let's look at this. Look closer. Unfortunately, he chose a proud, you know anybody out there proud? He chose a proud and selfish woman with 2 daughters, just like herself. She did not reveal her true character until after the wedding. That's the reason why we don't just grab hold of anything out there that look good. We don't do that in this truth. All right? We don't just latch on to somebody and just because they know how to cook and just because their teeth is all clean that we feel like we got us somebody. That ain't about jack right there. If this person, that reason why the children of Israel, we look at a person is being obedient to the Most High's commandments. If they will listen and follow the laws of the Most High, those are the women who are showing their character. You don't wait till after you marry somebody. You got to see what kind of character they got in advance. So for the children of Israel, we ain't talking about any, the other nations of people, how they live. They do what the hell they want to do. But as far as the children of Israel is concerned, we don't want to make these mistakes. So what we supposed to do is we supposed to get somebody, and if they were be willing to learn the commandments, be willing to be obedient to the Most High laws, if they willing to keep the holy days of the Most High, they got them a good husband then. They ain't supposed to be out there by themselves. They're supposed to have a man over them, protecting and covering them and taking care of them like they're supposed to be. But only if they gonna be obedient to the Most High's command. See, we don't go out there and make these mistakes, bring these witches around us. See, because we got people depending on us. Just like this man got a daughter right here who was depending on her daddy to go and get the right kind of woman to bring around her, to care for her. See, these stories, they of the other nations. And our people want to learn these stories. And the only thing our people get out of these damn stories is she married a prince and it was a big extravagant wedding, and that's the kind of wedding I want. That's all our people learn. If you ain't teaching your children the commandments, that's all they get from stories like this. He was rich and they had a big fancy wedding, and they're looking for the happily ever after. They want to skip over all of this and go to the happily ever after part.
Bring it out.
See, we can't live like that. The Most High got it set to where we can't live like that. He got it set to where we can't put nothing in front of him or over him. He got it set to where we got to put him as the foundation that we build on top of.
That's right.
That's how he got it set for the children of Israel. Because if we don't set it up like that, our enemies keep on ruling over us and living happily ever after in their evil, satanic wickedness, ruling over us happily ever after at the expense of the Israelites if we don't learn what we're supposed to be learning. They happily ever after is our
downfall.
Yeah, they happily ever after is our oppression and suffering. Our downfall, as the brother just pointed out. See, their happily ever after is at the expense of the children of Israel. Their happily ever after is our death and downfall, living under the oppression of our enemies, in our enemies' hand, being crushed and oppressed by our enemies. Whenever they can crush and oppress us, they got their happily ever after. Because we don't want to wake up. Because we're in that sleepy time stuff. But we out here to wake you up out of your sleep, to bring you back to keeping the Most High's commandments, so that we can have our brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel, the 1/3, can get the kingdom and have our happily ever after. And we're going to come back to this story another day and at another time. So put that thumbnail back up there if you don't mind, brother. We're going to come back to you at another time, and we're going to go over more sad times for real in the land of deception to get our people out of this situation. Because ain't no happily, that don't sound like no happily ever after right there. That title right there, that's not no happily ever after, is it? They sleepy time happily ever after is our sad times in the land of deception. Sad times for real equals their happily ever after. Put it back on those screen. Anybody, that's all I got for now on that. And we left off with this Cinderella. So if y'all want to hear the rest of this Cinderella. Oh, and one other thing, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's real funny, right? I ain't gonna say it's funny. I better not say that. But I'm gonna read this one little part right here. Now, the girl, the daughter there, who was the father's daughter, she was mistreated, as y'all know. And she was a sweet, let me read this here. She had the proud woman was selfish, and she had 2 daughters just like herself. She did not reveal her true character until after the wedding. She ordered the little girl to work in the kitchen and live with the servants, while she and her daughters enjoyed a life of splendor. When the child had finished her work, she used to sit in the chimney corner among the cinders. So everyone called her Cinderella. Who that sound like? Do that sound like they're treating an Edomite woman like that? Edomite girl like that? You think she'll treat an Edomite girl like that? They're gonna sweep the cinders and get all that black soot all over their face. You think she'll do an Edomite woman like that, Edomite girl like that? To where she got all that soot and ash and shit all over, and they call her in the cinders, to where they call her Cinderella? No. But we're gonna go into this story the next time, little boys and girls, to give y'all a wake up time story. Tell us how we did on this story. If you want to get the rest of this here Cinderella story, let us know. And we'll see y'all next time in the sleepy time wake up hour.
All praise.
All praise.
I'm your brother Ananias.
Brother Abaya.
Brother Yakub.
We are A.O.I, the Awakening of Israel, and we appreciate everybody tuning in. We want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai for allowing us all to get on this call and be uplifted and edified tonight. Appreciate the brother Abaya for bringing the story, you know what I'm saying? Lord willing, everybody was edified, you know what I'm saying? But happy Sabbath to you all once again. Hit that like and subscribe on your way out. Share this content. But we appreciate you tuning in. And on that note, we say shalom, shalom, peace and greetings to you all, and we out. Shalom.
Shalom.